On behalf of JPS, Dr. Kim Wilbanks and Athletic Director Trey Harding would like to welcome you to Centennial Bank Stadium, Cooksey Johns Field for the 2024-2025 Fall Senior Night presentation. First off, we're going to recognize this year's football seniors. KJ Anderson is a senior member of the JHS football team. KJ is being escorted by Carlisa Gilmer and Kanaya Anderson. Matt Next up are the seniors of the tennis, cross country, and golf teams. Luke Baltz is a senior member of the JHS tennis team. Luke is being escorted by Kyle and Karen Baltz. Ella McPike is a senior member of the JHS tennis team. Ella is being escorted by Derek and Whitney McPike. Hope Huckabee is a senior member of the JHS tennis team. Hope is escorted by Holly and Hayden Huckabee. Roxy Crotts is a senior member of the JHS golf team. Roxy is being escorted by her parents, Rob and Rebecca Crotts. Mackenzie Trenrich is a senior member of the JHS golf team. Mackenzie is being escorted by her parents, Kyle and Trasha Kenrich. Perry Odom is a senior member of the JHS golf team. Perry is being escorted by his mom, Erin Odom. Anna E. Duran is a senior member of the JHS cross country team. Anna E. is being escorted by her mom and dad, Anna E. Duran and Sergio Duran. Cole Kelly is a senior member of the JHS cross country team. Cole is escorted by his mom and dad, Jennifer Kelly and Heath Kelly. Seniors, thank you for your dedication and hard work given to the Jonesboro Public School Athletic Department. We wish you the best of luck in the future. Thank you. And now we will recognize the senior members of the JHS Marching Band. Alex Avery is a senior member of the JHS Marching Band. Alex is being escorted by Chris and Beth Avery. Hayden Barton is a senior member of the JHS Marching Band. Hayden is being escorted by Bradley and Candace Bennett. Aaron Bryan is a senior member of the JHS Marching Band. Aaron is being escorted by Heather Bryan and Stephen Bryan. LaKenya Clay is a senior member of the JHS Marching Band. LaKenya is being escorted by Tia Clay and Lindsay Clay Jr. Shanna De Lucina is a senior member of the JHS Marching Band. Shanna is being escorted by Gutenberg and Angela De Lucina. Adriana Dollison is a senior member of the JHS Marching Band. Adriana is being escorted by Tamika Dollison and Kurt Lewis. Zayna Ajuba is a senior member of the JHS Marching Band. Zayna is being escorted by Awana Ajuba. Alyssa Ellis is a senior member of the JHS Marching Band. Alyssa is being escorted by Melissa Ellis and Michael Ellis. Ryan Garrison is a senior member of the JHS Marching Band. Ryan is being escorted by Janae and Mallory Olliman. Keely Gibson is a senior member of the JHS Marching Band. Keely is being escorted by Eric and Jennifer Gibson. Il Gonzalez is a senior member of the JHS Marching Band. Il is being escorted by Aaliyah Davis and Francisco Gonzalez. Cristobal Gonzalez is a senior member of the JHS Marching Band. Cristobal is being escorted by Juan Carlos and Judina Gonzalez. Lydia Green is a senior member of the JHS Marching Band. Lydia is being escorted by Matt and Shannon Green. Travis Grissom is a senior member of the JHS Marching Band. Travis is being escorted by Travis Grissom III and Morgan Grissom. Daniel Guerrero is a senior member of the JHS Marching Band. Daniel is being escorted by Felipe Guerrero and Lupita Guerrero. Sakara Hampton is a senior member of the JHS Marching Band. Sakara is being escorted by Chiffon Trejo. Roman Hart is a senior member of the JHS Marching Band. Roman is being escorted by Melinda Hart and Lonnie Howard. Anthony Holmes is a senior member of the JHS Marching Band. Anthony is being escorted by Anna Gomez and Brian Holmes. Tanaya Horde is a senior member of the JHS Marching Band. Tanaya is being escorted by Rashawn Horde. Caden Kimbrough is a senior member of the JHS Marching Band. Caden is being escorted by Cynthia Gunn, Derek Kimbrough, and Lucretia Kimbrough. Glenn Mason is a senior member of the JHS Marching Band. Glenn is being escorted by David and Gina Mason. Lila McGregor is a senior member of the JHS Marching Band. Lila is being escorted by Kathy Reese. Isaac Mirafuentes is a senior member of the JHS Marching Band. Isaac is being escorted by Jason and Amanda Mirafuentes. Cheyenne Moore is a senior member of the JHS Marching Band. Cheyenne is being escorted by Trent Warner. Alan Navarro is a senior member of the JHS Marching Band. Alan is being escorted by Odelia Navarro. Callie Pagan is a senior member of the JHS Marching Band. Callie is being escorted by Chris and Ashley Pagan. Bradley Pierce is a senior member of the JHS Marching Band. Bradley is being escorted by John Pierce. Teely Sanders is a senior member of the JHS Marching Band. Teely is being escorted by Ryan and Deborah Sanders. Tobin Schimmel is a senior member of the JHS Marching Band. Tobin is being escorted by Nate and Kendi Schimmel. Destiny Shaw is a senior member of the JHS Marching Band. Destiny is being escorted by Joseph and Jennifer Shaw. Celine Stanley is a senior member of the JHS Marching Band. Celine is being escorted by Brian and Amy Stanley. Samuel Welch is a senior member of the JHS Marching Band. Samuel is being escorted by Kelly and Todd Welch. Bailey White is a senior member of the JHS Marching Band. Bailey is being escorted by Tim and Lakeisha White. Congratulations to the senior members of the JHS Marching Band.
Phenomenal coach, and he's done a good job with these kids in that program. So we got to be ready to play tonight.
I guess it's probably not hard to keep your team focused on this 1 week, is there? Even though it is senior night.
Right. It's not. And I, like we talk about every week, it's testament to our kids, and the culture that we're trying to establish is they come ready to work every day. No matter what happens on Friday night, they come in on Monday and they refocus and get ready to go for the next opponent. So that's probably the biggest takeaway I've had from this season is just how our guys can lock in and stay in the fight no matter what happens on Friday.
Keys to a big victory tonight for Jonesboro.
Yeah, start fast. Start fast in all three phases of the game. Really trying not to give them any momentum. We got to be able to run the football. We got to be, I know I say it a lot, but we got to be able to establish the run game, and we have to stop their run game. They run the ball really, really well. They get into some different things, so we got to make sure that we're disciplined on defense and we're able to read our keys and stop the run and then execute on offense.
Good luck tonight, Coach.
Thank you.
Tyler George in the pregame. Brad Bobo with the call next on the EAB Sports Network.
Need top-notch farming and lawn gear? Visit First Choice Farm and Lawn, your Kubota dealer in Brooklyn. We get your need for reliable equipment. That's why we offer precision Kubota machinery for any task. From seasoned farmers to green-thumbed homeowners, we are working to keep you working. Find your Kubota match at First Choice Farm and Lawn on Highway 49 in Brooklyn. Achieve your goals faster with our Kubota inventory and top-notch service. Call 870-790.
Administrators will not be tolerated and are grounds for removal. At no time will any parents, fans, or spectators allowed to enter the fifth area and go into the playing service, including the conclusion of tonight's ball game. All rules and laws are strictly enforced. Please enjoy the game and help us have a great evening. Please welcome to the field the Jonesboro Band under the direction of Dorado Harrison. At this time, I ask you please rise and move your hats to the presentation of colors, followed by the Pledge of Allegiance, a moment of silence, and the playing of our national anthem. The colors will be presented tonight by the Jonesboro Naval Junior ROTC Color Guard, Commanding Officer Ensign Derek Bushon, Seaman Jasmine Tate at right flag, Seaman Savannah Hill at left rifle, and Master Chief Ariana Robinson at right rifle.
end spot all year long. In fact, they only list one starting defensive end tonight. That's Devontae Lockhart. He'll be up front with Desmond Golden, Travion Burton, and Kylan Dixon. That linebacker core is talented and has made a lot of plays for Jonesboro this year with Marquise Stafford, KJ Anderson, and Sam King. Nigel Bell will start both ways or play both ways for Jonesboro tonight. And Coach George telling us earlier in the week, Nigel Bell will spend a lot of time guarding El Dorado's best deep threat tonight. Jaquez Jordan also at a D-back spot along with Junior Smith and Jamarion Nelson. Yeah, those are your Jonesboro starters tonight as they went through a lengthy pregame ceremony with all of the senior football players along with the senior band members and some of the other sports as well that have finished their seasons, including golf. So a lengthy senior night, and they're getting set for football as both teams begin to stir their way toward the field, and we'll be off and running here on, well, night feels like football weather, about 57 degrees, clear skies coming up at kickoff for this one as all the Jonesboro seniors head out to serve as captains for this one tonight. All the seniors are out there, but it is Kellen Smith, Marion Taylor, also Marquise Stafford, and Jadarius McCray, who walk up to the front and talk with our officiating crew, and the captains for El Dorado. And didn't get a look at who they are blocked off at the moment, but the instructions being handed out. The coin is tossed and then tossed a second time for good measure. And we'll find out in just a brief moment the result of that coin toss as Jonesboro's in the home black jerseys, black pants, gold numbers here on this 100th anniversary year of Jonesboro High School. Jonesboro has won the toss and deferred, so El Dorado will start with the football as we get this one underway. Before we do, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. We got football on the other side of this station ID as you're listening to Golden Hurricane Football on the EAB Sports Network.
This is KNEA, K237FI, 95.3, and K245CW, 96.9 Jonesboro, the Ticket Radio Network, and EAB Media Group radio station.
So all the talking is done, and it's time to tee it up and play here at JHS tonight as the Golden Hurricane takes the field. And we'll be off and running to get Jonesboro winning the toss and deferring its option to the second half. So Tyler George opts to put his defense on the field first. Each team coming in this one off a win. El Dorado has alternated wins and losses over the last 4 ball games, but they won last week, so Jonesboro's wanting to keep that Wildcat trend going one more week. Actually trailed West Memphis 28-14 at one point and scored the final 49 points of the game as this offense that we'll see on the field first for El Dorado churned out 325 yards, including 249 rushing yards last week for El Dorado. Meanwhile, Jonesboro has conference wins over Sylvan Hills and Sheridan. Last week, Golden Hurricane defeated Sylvan Hills in really a complete effort, 57-26, churning out a season high 204 rushing yards to Jonesboro last week. We'll see if they can get that ground game going. Both of these coaches, when you talked with them getting ready for this matchup, talked about the importance of establishing the run. So we'll see if at the end of the night the team who runs it better ends up with the most points on the scoreboard. El Dorado's out there in its road white jerseys, white pants, purple numbers for the Wildcats as they have a couple back deep to receive. Looks like it's Jeremy Samuel back there. Well, maybe A.J. Gilmore with Jonesboro's Marco Cisneros set to do the honors. After a final huddle with his team, ball resting on the 40-yard line or teed up on the 40-yard line. Ready to go. Cisneros, big kicker, gets things underway as he makes his move, and this one is off and running as the kickoff will actually hit the ground and is going to eventually roll out of bounds as El Dorado decided to roll the dice. Jeremy Samuel let it go. It rolled out of bounds inside the 10, but it will be a penalty, and that'll give El Dorado good starting field position on its first possession. As we'll get a look at Cannon Jacobs, their junior quarterback. There's a lot of Jacobs connections on this El Dorado squad we'll talk about along the way. He's got a father and an older brother on the coaching staff, Cannon does. Just another one of those Jacobs kids playing quarterback. He pulls it away and keeps it. Then a late pitch on the right side. That pitch went out to Paxton Strong. Strong is out across the 40. And that's a gain of about 7 as they move it to the 42. So 2nd down and 3 for El Dorado. Kind of a delayed option pitch, and it really wasn't even with the running back. It was also with the receiver who just stayed out there. Now the wide hack comes in and blows the whistle momentarily. Goes up to the ball for a conversation. Jonesboro's going to be allowed to sub. 2nd and 3 after the gain of 7. Jacobs looks back. He's in the pistol. As he drops back now, we'll put it on the ground, and he is going to have to reverse course, and he just turns and flings it out of bounds. He was in the clutches of Jonesboro's Sam King. Pass incomplete, and that'll bring up 3rd down. So after the good gain on 1st down, Jonesboro stands up on 2nd down, and now we got the first 3rd down of the night for El Dorado. It's a 3rd and 3 from its own 42-yard line. Jacobs out of the shotgun, hands it off to his running back, and that's going to be up good for a 1st down as the give was to Jeremy Samuel, the junior running back. Plows ahead, needed 3, got about 4. And it's a fresh set of downs for El Dorado. Just underway, first possession of the ball game, no score. El Dorado started at its 35 after the opening kick went out of bounds. Now they have a fresh set of downs at its own 41-yard line. Jacobs on sort of an end-around handoff to Josiah Moore, and he is stacked up by 3 black jerseys. As leading the charge in there was Sam King, and also defensively for Jonesboro, Kylan Dixon was in there. But we do have a flag on the field back at about the 40-yard line, and that's going to be a hold against El Dorado. So that'll now make it 1st and 20. Good stop by Jonesboro despite the hold, but Golden Hurricane, of course, will take 1st and 20 if they can get it, and that's what they'll have here with the clock moving, or will move, just under 11 minutes as they wind it back up on 1st and 20. Again, Jacobs out of the shotgun, gives to the running back, and he runs right into the arms of Marquise Stafford. Stafford slings Jeremy Samuel down to the turf as he got up to the 40-yard line. Gain of about 4. It'll be 2nd and 16 now for El Dorado, trying to work out of the hold. They got behind the chains on the holding penalty. Clock moving, 10:25 to go on the game's first possession. The lefty, Jacobs. Pass complete. It's a short gain to Josiah Moore. Defensively, DeMarcus Thomas, that was KJ Anderson, the other 11, who stopped him after a short gain of really only about 3 yards, and it's 3rd down and 12 for El Dorado. And now whistles blow as the clock is stopped. Officials trying to get the ball spotted where they want it. Moved it up about a yard. Here we go on 3rd and 12. Jacobs, clean pocket, drops back, and he is picked off. Intercepted by the Golden Hurricane defense. That was Jamarian Nelson with the interception, and Jonesboro gets a turnover right out near midfield. So on 3rd and long, Jonesboro gets the turnover. And they'll take over good field position out near midfield. After the interception by Nelson, which was his 2nd of the season. Asa Myers on 1st down with a handoff on 1st and 10. The handoff was to T.J. Brown for a gain of 3. 2nd and 7 for Jonesboro. Ball across midfield into El Dorado territory with 9:05 to go here in the 1st quarter. Myers pulls it back on play action. Short completion out on his right side to Braden Sledge, but Sledge slipped and actually ended up losing a yard. And it'll bring it now to 3rd down and 8. Out of the shotgun, Asa Myers looks to the sideline for a play as the play clock still with 12 seconds to go. Takes the snap, has time, fires it to his left, and a ball in and out of the hands. The intended target was Marion Taylor, the tight end. We'll see what Tyler George and his staff wants to do in plus territory, but facing a 4th and almost 8. About 7. As that incompletion stopped the clock with 8:24 to go. No score, and Jonesboro is going to go for it on 4th down and 7, but maybe not. Myers now steps back, and he'll boot it away himself, and boy, he put a good boot into it. Will it stay out of the end zone? No. So Myers was trying to pooch it down there, but it hit and took a Jonesboro roll that it didn't want into the end zone. And now El Dorado will get it out to the 20. So it's a net of about 27 yards on the punt. And with 8:18 to go in a scoreless 1st quarter, El Dorado will come back on offense after turning Jonesboro away. Jonesboro started with good field position after the interception, but the Golden Hurricanes' first possession yielded just 3 yards. And now El Dorado gets it at the 20 with 8:18 to go here in the 1st quarter. Cannon Jacobs in the backfield with Samuel. And nothing doing there on the ground for El Dorado on 1st down as Samuel runs into a swarm of Jonesboro defenders. I see Devontae Lockhart among the black shirts in there for a loss of 1. It'll be 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11, empty backfield for Jacobs. Quick pass out toward the far sideline. The catch was made by Josiah Moore. He's ridden out of bounds by Junior Smith. And that was good for about 4. And it's going to be 3rd down and 7 for El Dorado from its own 23-yard line. Again, Cannon Jacobs in an empty backfield. And there's a flag on the play that one of the El Dorado receivers looked like he caught. I don't know if I've ever seen that. And it's a false start. Already a 2nd penalty here in the opening 7+ minutes for El Dorado, and that's going to back it up now where, again, they're behind the sticks. The hold got him at 1st and 20 on the first possession. Now they're already at 3rd and long, and after the false start, it's 3rd and real long. 3rd and 12 for El Dorado. Jacobs now steps up, is flushed out of the pocket. As he rolls near the sideline, and he's just going to throw that short of his intended target, Jackson Pagan. And El Dorado is going to have to kick it away as the incompletion stopped the clock with 7:34 to go. So midway through this first quarter, no score, and El Dorado is going to punt it away. There was another penalty on El Dorado that was actually declined by Jonesboro. So it's going to be 4th and 12, and Jonesboro's going to be set to get good field position again. But Josiah Moore is the El Dorado punter. He pops it up in the air. It's a short punt that's going to land, but take an El Dorado bounce on its side of the 50-yard line and going to roll dead at about the 42.
Down at the 42-yard line. 1st and 10, Hurricane.
So about a 40-yard punt for El Dorado, and Jonesboro will start in its own territory, but not by a lot. Good field position again for the Golden Hurricane as they've started at midfield and now at its own 42-yard line as this possession starts with 7:22 to go. No score here in the opening quarter. Asa Myers checks the sideline as he works out of the shotgun. He gives a little jet sweep against the motion man to C.J. Williams, and Williams is going to get brought down at about the 49-yard lines where they're going to mark it. So we'll call that a gain of 7 on a jet sweep. We're going to go with the rules and call that a pass. This time it's a handoff up the gut and running room and more. The first down plus plenty more for T.J. Brown as he gets all the way down to the 35-yard line. That's a gain of 17 and a first down for Jonesboro with 6:49 to go in the quarter. No score, but the Golden Hurricane has its first down of the night. Swing it out left side to Marion Taylor, who dropped to a knee. He got tripped up just enough. They said the knee touched the turf. And that's going to go down for a loss of 4. Now it's going to be 2nd down and 14 for Jonesboro. Ball at the El Dorado 39-yard line. Myers has Brown in the backfield with him. Step back pass is tipped by Ja'Cory Lumsey, the linebacker for El Dorado, incomplete. And that will make it now 3rd down and 14 for JHS from the Wildcat 39. It's been interesting to see how the offensive staff wants to play it here. If we consider it 4-down territory, they could just try to get some of this yardage back instead of looking for the chunk play. Myers and T.J. Brown in the backfield. Now Brown shifts over to Myers' left. And then he changes sides again. They dump it out on the short pass to Brown out of the backfield. He makes a couple of men miss. He is out across the 25-yard line, and that's going to be good for a first down. So on a 3rd and 14, they get a big chunk, and now they're going to get the rest of it as Brown is into the end zone for a touchdown from 24 yards out. So after the 15-yard pass catch, the next is a handoff, and Brown gets into the end zone. from 24 yards. Cisneros in. The extra point is on the way and good. And Jonesboro takes the lead. 5:50 to go in the first quarter. It's Golden Hurricane 7, El Dorado nothing. We'll step aside for a 30-second timeout here on the EAB Sports Network.
Evolve Bank and Trust offers a variety of residential and consumer loans, specializing in unique products and services while providing individualized customer service designed to fit your needs. Whether you're buying your first home, a new car, or building your dream home, Evolve Bank and Trust has the personal loan products you need to realize your dreams today. Call Evolve Bank and Trust at 870-933-2480. Huntington Suite A, or visit them online at getevolve.com. Evolve Bank and Trust, making banking personal again. Evolve Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
TJ Brown into the end zone for the 12th time this year on the ground. This one was from 24 yards out, and Jonesboro gets into the scoring column first with 5:50 to go here in the opening quarter. Golden Hurricane completed a 58-yard scoring drive after starting at its own 42-yard line. Cisneros this time kicks it to the right side. That's going to be chased down on the run. Good head of steam for the return man for El Dorado, A.J. Gilmore, who's still on his feet, out across the 30-yard line, before finally being brought down. And El Dorado will start first and 10. Looks like at about the 34. That's where they will take over here with 5:39 to go in the opening quarter. Already third possession for El Dorado after a turnover and then a punt in the first two. Cannon Jacobs out of the shotgun. The handoff will go to Jeremy Samuel. Samuel out across the 35 up to about the 37. A gain of 3. It'll be second and 7 for El Dorado as the clock moves with 5:22 to go here in the first quarter. Second and 7 for the Wildcats, trailing Jonesboro 7-0. And Samuel now to the left of Jacobs. The handoff goes to Samuel's right side. He's going to be brought down in the backfield. Jonesboro had multiple defenders there for the tackle for loss. Leading the way was Kylan Dixon. Goes for about a 2-yard loss, and again, El Dorado looking at third and long. This time it's 3rd and 9 from the Wildcat 35-yard line as we go under 5 minutes to play here in the opening quarter. 3rd down and 9 as Jonesboro tries to get off the field here. Empty backfield for Jacobs. Little screen set up, and that was knocked away. Good job defensively there. Jonesboro had Sam King right there as they tried to set the screen up. It's incomplete, and now El Dorado is going to have to punt it away again. So a quick 3 and out for the Jonesboro defense. The Golden Hurricane will get it here as they send a couple of men deep. Looks like it's Nigel Bell back there. And Junior Smith. Punt right down the middle of the field. Bell's going to catch it, and he's going to get popped right at the 35-yard line. Good hard hit, but Bell hung on to it. And this will actually be Jonesboro's worst starting field position, and it's at its own 34-yard line. This possession will start with 4:19 to go in the first quarter. Golden Hurricane with the football now, and a 7-0 lead. So Asa Myers out for his third possession. He'll start out of the shotgun with T.J. Brown to his left. The handoff goes to Brown, cuts it back up the middle. Is going to be brought down by Ja'Cory Lumsey. And he just got back to the line of scrimmage, and that was all. So 2nd down and 10 for Jonesboro from its own 34-yard line as we go under 4 minutes to play here in the quarter. 7-0 Golden Hurricane lead. Brown takes the high snap, or the handoff after a high snap. Brown gets up to the 40. That's going to be a pickup of 6, and it'll bring up 3rd and 4. So 3rd and 4 after a couple of T.J. Brown runs. Wide out on either side. As on play action, Myers rolls to his right. He's going to keep it himself, and he's going to run out of bounds at about the 43. It looks like he's about a yard short. And that's going to leave Jonesboro facing a 4th and 1. Myers is on the opposite sideline from the down marker, so you can see the line to gain. And he stepped out a yard short. Jonesboro looks like it's wanting to go for it here. Clock stop, 3:24 to go first quarter. Jonesboro facing a 4th and 1 on its own side of the field from the 43-yard line. Out of the gun, Myers hands it to Brown, bounces off his own defender, and then he's going to get ridden down in the backfield short. He ran right into the back of one of his offensive linemen as he tried to bounce it out. El Dorado was there defensively. So Jonesboro's going to turn it over on downs, and for the first time here in this first quarter, El Dorado is on the Jonesboro side of the field as the Wildcats will take over now 1st and 10 from the Jonesboro 43-yard line with 3:16 to go in the first quarter. Jonesboro on top of El Dorado 7-0. So let's see if the defense can stay stingy here as El Dorado by far gets its best field position of the night. Cannon Jacobs gives to Samuel to his left. Samuel out across the 35, the 30. He's going to have a first down after a pickup of about 13. He's down to the 30-yard line, and El Dorado moves the chains for the first time tonight. So the defensive stop on 4th down, followed by the best offensive play of the night here for El Dorado, and they're in business at the 30. And Jacobs fires it right over the head of his intended target. He was looking for Josiah Moore, just sort of a short pass in the flat right side, but he airmailed Moore out of bounds, and it's 2nd and 10 with exactly 3 minutes to go here in this first quarter. Empty backfield for Jacobs. As he's looking now, he pulls it down, is going to run it, bounces to his left, and he's going to take a couple of defenders with him across the 30 down to the 16. So a pickup of 14 on the keeper for Cannon Jacobs. And El Dorado is in the red zone, 1st and 10 from the Jonesboro 14-yard line with 2:51 to go here in the opening quarter. Samuel to Jacobs' right. The handoff goes to Samuel, but he and Jacobs got their feet tangled up, and he's tripped after about a yard loss. Their feet got tied up on the exchange, so Jacobs will not get credit for the tackle, but he smooth made it, and it's going to be 2nd and 11 for El Dorado from the Jonesboro 17-yard line. 2:28 to go in the quarter, 7-0 Jonesboro lead. Samuel takes the handoff going to his right, has running room, and he's going to get into the end zone. Jeremy Samuel from 17 yards out. And with 2:19 to go here in the first quarter, we're a PAT away from a 7-all tie. As El Dorado sends out Cooper Henry, their senior place kicker. They had too many men on the field. They get the extra one off without a penalty. The extra point is a line drive that's through the uprights and good. And with 2:19 to go here in this first quarter, after the big stop on defense, El Dorado gets a touchdown from Samuel to tie it up at 7. We'll see how Jonesboro responds. Back after a 30-second timeout, you're listening to Golden Hurricane Football on the EAB Sports Network.
Bob Moore with Moore Air Conditioning. If your system is over 10 years old and you've been paying for costly repairs, it may be time to replace. At Moore, we know replacing your HVAC system is a big investment and we can help. Did you know that we can replace your air conditioning system for less than the cost of your daily cup of coffee? Call Moore Air Conditioning today at 870-336-2023 or visit us at moreac.com. Some restrictions apply.
You deserve more. Don't settle for less.
Tied at 7 as El Dorado converted the turnover on downs into its first points of the night. As Cooper Henry set to kick. He takes 2 steps. That's the closest I think I've ever seen a kicker stand off to a kickoff and kick it deep. It was 2 steps and gone, but he kicked it out of bounds. It rolled out of bounds on the El Dorado sideline at about the 7-yard line, and Jonesboro now will get it all the way out to 35. We saw the opening kickoff of the night from Jonesboro go out of bounds. Now El Dorado returns the favor, and Asa Myers and the Golden Hurricane offense will set up at its 35-yard line with 2:19 to go here in the opening quarter. Myers trots out there along with T.J. Brown in the backfield with him. He has a couple of receivers out wide to his left, one to his right. Brown takes the handoff, is looking for a hole, and we got a flag. The ball came out, but there's a flag down too. I don't know if it was loose or not, or it was a fumble or not, but either way, Jalen Daniels pounced on it, but let's see what the flag is all about. As the clock stops with 1:58 to go, and it's a hold. So Jonesboro gets behind the chains. We saw that happen to El Dorado on its first possession. Wildcats couldn't work out of a hold on first down. We'll see if Jonesboro can now 1st and 20 from the 25-yard line. Brown takes the short pass for Myers, and that's a good play out in the open field by El Dorado's Bretavion Brown. And that's actually going to go for a loss of about 3, so it's going to be 2nd and 23. Second and 23 for the Golden Hurricane with 90 seconds to go in the quarter. We're tied at 7. So Jonesboro with the momentum early in this first quarter, but it sort of shifted El Dorado's way here in the last couple of minutes. Brown takes the handoff, has some running room out across the 30, finally ridden down at about the 33-yard line. So that's a gain of 11. And it's going to be now 3rd down and about 12. So 11-yard gain for T.J. Brown. 3rd and 12 for Jonesboro. Inside the final minute here of this opening quarter. Asa Myers takes the snap, drops back, had a clean pocket. He fires, incomplete. He was looking for C.J. Williams, but it was broken up. And it's going to be 4th down, and Jonesboro's going to have to punt it away as that stopped the clock with 37 seconds to go here in this opening quarter. Marco Cisneros, who's averaging right at 30 yards net yardage on his punts, is back to kick this one away with Ja'Cory Lumsey, the deep man for El Dorado. They come after it, but time for Cisneros to boot it away. It hits and takes an El Dorado bounce a little bit, really almost a dead left turn out of bounds at the 40-yard line. So that's a 27-yard net punt, and El Dorado will get it at its own 40-yard line, 7-7 with 27 seconds to go here in this opening quarter. The only time El Dorado's gotten across midfield was on the possession last time that started in Jonesboro territory after the Wildcat defense got the 4th and 1 stop. Jonesboro rolled the dice and sort of rolled snake eyes. Jacobs pulls it from the running back, and he fires it. Is that intercepted? That was picked off, I believe, by Nigel Bell. What a play out on the far sideline by Nigel Bell. Bell with the interception. And Jonesboro, just like that, after the pick, will start in El Dorado territory at the Wildcat 46-yard line. Bell did a great job tie roping the El Dorado sideline to get the interception on the first play of the possession. So Jonesboro is in business in plus territory with 19 seconds to go in the first quarter. Myers, short pass out on the left side for Marion Taylor.
Pass complete to number 8, Marion Taylor.
And Taylor is going to have a gain of about 8. So 8-yard completion to number 8 brings up 2nd and 2 for Jonesboro. High snap to Myers, and he hands it off to Brown, and he's brought down immediately. Defensively for El Dorado, it was Tomade White who was there for the stop. About the 3rd time we've seen Myers have to haul in a high snap, and that got the timing off on that play enough for a tackle for loss. Loss of about 3, and that's going to do it for the first quarter. 1 quarter in the books. Jonesboro and El Dorado tied up at 7 apiece. Golden Hurricane facing about a 3rd and 5 when we get back after a 60-second timeout. This is Jonesboro football on the EAB Sports Network.
See Placid Tire Service for the right tire at the right price right now. Placid Tire Service is the area's biggest selection of in-stock tires at the lowest price. While others are searching for tires to order, we'll get you fixed up with a great set of tires and back on the road in no time with our 4 tires, 1 hour guarantee. Plus, we make the purchase easy on your budget with our Placid Tire Service card or no credit needed financing options. For the right tire at the right price right now, the choice is easy. That's Placid Tire Service.
First Security is about more than great banking. Yes, we provide the financial expertise, digital tools, and everything else you need when you need it. But we also go all in on local support with friendly professionals, plus convenient locations all across the state. Because we believe personal banking is better banking. Visit fsbank.com for details. That's fsbank.com for friendly local banking with First Security. Bank better. Member FDIC.
Second quarter gets underway with Jonesboro facing a 3rd down and 5 at the 38-yard line. He picks up 6 to move the chains. Down at the 32-yard line. 1st and 10 for Jonesboro. Myers has to get rid of it quick as he had heat coming. He throws it just short, bounced right in front of Marion Taylor, who tried to lay out for it, but it's incomplete. And it'll bring up 2nd down and 10 for JHS. 7 apiece as we get the second quarter underway on senior night here at Jonesboro. Golden Hurricane took the lead with 5:50 to go on a T.J. Brown touchdown run, but El Dorado responded with 2:19 to play in the quarter. Here's Brown running into the arms of Jervalen Jr. That is basically right back to the line of scrimmage, and it's going to be 3rd and 10 for Jonesboro. 3rd down and 10 for JHS here in the opening minute of the second quarter. Trying to cash in on the Nigel Bell interception. They got him great field position. El Dorado sold out on the run, and they bring Brown down in the backfield. Defensively, it was Bratavion Brown along with Jervalen Jr. And it's a big loss for Jonesboro. All the way back to the 39-yard line, so that was a loss of about 7 for T.J. Brown there, and Jonesboro set up to go for it. Now a little pooch punt for Myers. Is he going to keep this one out of the end zone? No. Takes a couple of bounces. He was trying to angle it toward the sideline, but didn't get all the way there. Took 2 bounces and just got into the end zone. So El Dorado turns Jonesboro away after the turnover, and the Wildcats will now get it out at the 20-yard line. 1st and 10 with 10:28 to go in the second quarter. In a 7-7 ball game here. Again, the winner gets the inside track, and that's about all you can say. We don't know what's going to happen in week 10 of the season, but certainly the winner here would take a big step toward a home playoff game as these two teams come in tied for 4th in the 6A East. The 4 seed gets a home game against the number 5 team out of the West. Here's Jacobs with a handoff to Samuel, running to his left, pushes one of his blockers out of the way. He gets up all the way across the 35-yard line to pick up a 15 yards for a first down off a nice run there by Jeremy Samuel, their junior running back. Here's Samuel again, same place, same direction, and he this time is going to be slung down by Junior Smith. After a short gain, slung out toward the sideline, a gain of maybe 2. It's going to be 2nd and 8. 2nd and 8, El Dorado. Ball's going to be at the Wildcat, just shy of the Wildcat 37-yard line. As the clock moves with 9:45 to go here in the second quarter. Here's Samuel again, turns right up the middle, runs into some black jerseys. Among them was big 98 Kylan Dixon. He gets up across the 40 to out near the 41-yard line. It's 4th down and about a full 4 yards for El Dorado. Or 3rd down, excuse me. Jacobs wants to move some personnel around. Paxton Strong sets up now in a little flex bone. Here's Samuel to his right. Has running room out across midfield. 1st down and more for Jeremy Samuel. Junior Smith with the tackle, but not before El Dorado moves into Jonesboro territory. 1st and 10 Wildcats from the JHS 46-yard line. With 8:53 to go here in the first quarter, we're tied, or excuse me, in the first half, we're tied at 7. Give it to Samuel again. Why not? He's got room to his left. Tripped up as he gets to about the 41-yard line. It's going to go for a gain of 5. It'll be 2nd and 5, El Dorado. As right now they're riding the hot hand of Jeremy Samuel. Samuel added 30 pounds after his sophomore season, and woo, he gets hit in the backfield. What a play defensively, as flying in there to make the tackle for a loss was Marquise Stafford from his linebacker spot. 3-yard loss on a big-time play from Stafford, the senior linebacker. It's going to be 3rd down and 8 after the loss of 3. Jacobs, the lefty, drops back, now flushed out of the pocket. He just has to throw it up for grabs. He was being hounded by Will Marlin. And that's going to be an incomplete pass. It'll be 4th down, but in plus territory, we'll see what El Dorado wants to do. Chris Hill. Looks like you may be sending the punt unit in. They'll try to pin Jonesboro deep. El Dorado's had a couple of defensive possessions, or good defensive possessions, after giving up the Brown rushing score with 5:50 to go in the first quarter. So Actually, they're not going to try to pin them deep. They're going to try a field goal. This would be a 62-yard field goal. And it's not going to be good. Cooper Henry, you talk about having faith in a guy. They let him try from 62. And it may have even been deflected. Came up way short. And Jonesboro's going to take over. Or did he end up just punting that away? I guess he just ended up.
At the 13-yard line.
They like it with a holder, but ended up being a punt. I don't know. That was an odd-looking turn of events there. Anyway, Jonesboro's going to get it at about the 17-yard line. Brown into a crowd. We have a flag down. He's up to about the 20-yard line, but the flag came from the far sideline. We'll see what the flag is about. It's going to be a face mask. So they're going to tack on 5 yards to the end of the run. It's sort of an incidental face mask. And after a couple of yard gain for Brown, plus 5 with the penalty, it's now 1st and 3 for Jonesboro with 7:40 to go in the half. We're tied at 7. Myers. Pass juggled, but caught on the run by Nigel Bell. Bell breaks the tackle into El Dorado territory, and he lost the football. It came loose, and there's nothing but white jerseys there. It's pounced on by El Dorado's Jeremiah Mitchell, and El Dorado's going to get it off the turnover. It was a big gainer. But at the end of the play, Bell lost it, and there was nobody there. He was so far out ahead of the rest of his teammates, there was nothing but white jerseys there to get it. El Dorado catches a break with 7:23 to go in the half as the Wildcats force the turnover. They'll get it now 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. It's Cannon Jacobs. Has Samuel in the backfield with him. Hands to Samuel up the middle, running room. Samuel breaks a couple of tackles. He's ridden down out across the 30. Brought down by by KJ Anderson. But not before he picks up a first down after a gain of about 13 yards. He's out to the 32-yard line. 1st and 10 El Dorado as the clock moves with 7:10 to go in the half. Jacobs with a handoff had a different running back, but the same result as it's a big gainer into Jonesboro territory. This time the handoff went to Jeremiah Warner, their sophomore number 2 running back, and he gets a chunk play down the El Dorado sideline into Jonesboro territory. That's a gain of 25. Actually a gain of about 25 yards, and it's now 1st and 10 El Dorado in Jonesboro territory at the 43. So back-to-back chunk plays on the ground. El Dorado's in business with just under 7 minutes to go. And that was a busted play as, boy, the person that paid the price for that was Cannon Jacobs. Some confusion from El Dorado. Everybody came to a dead stop. Well, they thought they had committed a false start or what, but instead Jacobs got lit up over on the far sideline and brought down for a 2-yard loss. The running back with him just stood straight up. I think they had maybe thought they'd committed a penalty that the officials didn't call. And Jacobs took a lick. Pass out in the flat right side, complete to A.J. Gilmore. And it's going to be a short gain of about 3. It'll bring up 3rd and 9 for El Dorado. 3rd down and 9 for El Dorado with 6 minutes to go here in the half. We're tied at 7. Cannon Jacobs with the sophomore Warner in the backfield with him. The motion man to the left is A.J. Gilmore. He sets up now with 3 wide out to the left. 1 receiver out to the right is Braylon Champion. And as the play clock was winding down, El Dorado is going to grab a timeout. So we'll take it with them. 5:36 to go in the first half. Jonesboro and El Dorado tied at 7. Wildcats will face the 3rd and 9 when we come back after this 30-second timeout.
Hey y'all, it's Brandon Baxter, and I want to let you know about my friends at Cleanway Restoration and Construction. You see, disasters don't happen when it's convenient, whether it's a fire, a flood, or a tornado. When it damages your home, it upsets everything about your life. Cleanway comes in and does the cleanup, and they can lay your floors, replace your cabinets, and fix or replace walls. So remember, when an inconvenient disaster comes your way, think Cleanway Restoration and Construction. Let Cleanway restore your home and restore your life. Find out more at cleanwayrestoration.com.
A-State Jonesboro are the in combination for game day. The Social has an amazing, delicious, fantastic, and tasty menu that goes perfect for pre or post game. Plus, the official Red Wolves away game watch party takes place at the Social. What we're saying is, it does not get any better than the Social on Red Wolves game day. The name says it all. Get social at the Social and get ready to howl with fellow A-State Red Wolves fans on every game day. The Social at Greensboro Village in Jonesboro.
On 3rd down and 9 out of the timeout, El Dorado hands it off. Junior Smith on the stop. It's a gain of about 5. It's going to be 4th down and 4. So 4th and 4 for El Dorado as the clock rolls near 5 minutes to go. Jacobs drops back, flushed out to his left, now gives a head fake, but now he's running the wrong direction. He's in big time trouble. He just slings it over his shoulder, and that's going to be intentional grounding. So Jonesboro's going to get the football and some yardage on top of that as Jacobs was going the wrong way, and he just flung it over his shoulder to try to avoid a big loss, and it's going to be a loss anyway. So that's going to be a 5-yard loss from the spot of the foul and the loss of downs. So that is a huge mistake for El Dorado, and Jonesboro is going to take over on downs with 4:47 to go in the first half. We're tied at 7. Jonesboro's last possession ended on a turnover after a big play in the pass game. And this possession after the mark-off, spot foul plus 5 yards is going to come all the way to the El Dorado 45-yard line. So huge swing on that 4th down miscue by the Wildcats. And Jonesboro will start in El Dorado territory. And Jonesboro started before the officials were ready. The chains weren't set. So we'll do it again, 1st and 10 from the 45. 4:46 to go in this first half in a 7-7 ball game. Myers and T.J. Brown in the Jonesboro backfield. A couple of receivers stacked up to either side. Handoff to Brown. He is going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. Good play defensively by Jervalen Jr. from his defensive end spot. It's actually going to be a loss of about a yard. It'll be 2nd down and 11 for Jonesboro with 4:28 to go here in the half. 2nd down and 11 for the Golden Hurricane. Ball at the El Dorado 46-yard line. Brown moves to the right of Myers. Asa takes the snap, throws it across the middle. That ball is complete. Big gainer. In fact, it's going to be a play all the way down to the 1-yard line. The catch made by Kellen Smith. It's a gain of 45 as he's called down at the 1. First and goal for Jonesboro at the 1 after the 45-yard catch and run for Kellen Smith. And now whistles are going to blow it dead, and Jonesboro is going to take a timeout with 3:55 to go. Make sure it's on the same page here as they've got 4 cracks at it from a yard out. During this timeout, we'll step aside 30 seconds. Jonesboro knocking on the door. We'll see what happens after a break. This is Golden Hurricane Football on the EAB Sports Network.
Hello, I'm estate planning and elder law attorney Chad Oldham. More and more often today, I hear clients tell me that the only thing golden about the golden years is that it takes all the gold to grow old. Don't be a victim of rising health care and nursing home costs. Be prepared. Have a plan. Contact us today to find out how we help our clients protect and preserve assets for family and future generations. The Oldham Law Firm, 603 Southwest Drive in Jonesboro, or visit us on the web at oldhamlawfirm.com.
First and goal for Jonesboro. Out of the Golden Hurricane timeout. They're down to the 1-yard line. Trying to go back ahead here with just under 4 minutes to go in the half. Under center, Myers leans in on the keeper, and he is into the end zone for the score. So Asa Myers from a yard out makes it 13-7 Golden Hurricane with 3:51 to go in the half. Cisneros in for the extra point. It is up and good, and it's 14-7 Jonesboro, 3:51 to go in the half. Golden Hurricane back on top. They'll kick it to El Dorado after a 30-second timeout here on the EAB Sports Network.
Ship anything, anywhere at your #1 shipping source, Pack Mail in Jonesboro. Here's Pack Mail Tim to tell us more.
We are the experts at finding solutions for even the most demanding shipping situations, and our experienced staff can help you choose the best option. So if you need to go to the post office, then FedEx, or all the way out to UPS terminal, and then get that international shipment to DHL, you can do it all in one fast, convenient, and friendly place. Pack Mail.
361 Southwest Drive in Jonesboro. Ship anything, anywhere today at Pack Mail.
So Jonesboro gets the explosive play in the pass game, the 45-yard completion to Kellen Smith. Asa Myers takes care of the final yard as he leans in on the keeper. And JHS back on top, 14-7 with 3:51 to go here in the first half. And Marco Cisneros out there to kick it away. As El Dorado has a couple of men back deep. They're sort of almost side by side out in the middle of the field. We'll see if they split out wide of each other. As it is A.J. Gilmore and Jeremy Samuel back there. Saw Samuel come out for the kind of the last half of that previous possession. As Cisneros kicks this one. Directional kick to the left, taken on the run by Gilmore, who's out across the 35-yard line to about the 36, maybe the 37, before he stood up, and that's where El Dorado will start this possession at its own 37-yard line with 3:42 to go here in this first half. 14-7, Jonesboro with the lead. Let's see how the Wildcats respond here. They made the big mistake. They went on 4th down. In fact, each team now has a touchdown after stopping the other team on a 4th down attempt. But the 4th down plus the grounding penalty really reversed the field and let Jonesboro start that last possession in plus territory. Here's a handoff to the end coming around down the left side. First down and more for A.J. Gilmore. He took the handoff on the end around. And he's in Jonesboro territory. Gain of 16 and a first down for the Wildcats in Jonesboro territory now at the 47-yard line as the clock moves, or will move with 3:35 to go. He's in motion again. This time they hand it to Samuel. Bounced out of one tackle, but there to finish it up was Jerome Parchman. The first guy out there was Devontae Lockhart, and he slowed things up enough for Parchman to come in and get the tackle for a loss. They end up giving him the line of scrimmage, so call it 2nd and 10 for El Dorado as we approach 3 minutes to go here in the first half. Jonesboro on top 14-7. And now the officials blow it dead as the Golden Hurricane will get a chance to sub. Tyler George sends Jalen Walker into the lineup. 2nd and 10. Jacobs again out of the shotgun. Hands to Samuels to his left. Tries to bounce outside. He broke the tackle of Junior Smith to get a couple of extra yards. Talking about Samuel earlier and what their coaching staff said. Junior who packed on 30 pounds of muscle in the offseason. They say he squats over 500 pounds. Bench press is over 300. The thing the coaches said from El Dorado is the first guy seldom brings him down, and that was the case there because he was hit at the line of scrimmage. Shed the first tackle and turned that into a 5-yard gain to make it 3rd and 5. Now they hand it to Jeremiah Warner, who came back in, and he's got the first down across the 25 down to about the 27-yard line. New set of downs for El Dorado as the Wildcats are on the charge as we approach 2 minutes to go. 2:10 to play here in the half. Here's Warner again, this time to his left, and he is not going to break that tackle. What a good open field play there by DeMarcus Thomas, who wrapped him up and said, this is a tackle you will not break, Mr. Warner. He did not, and it's no gain. 2nd and 10 for El Dorado, 1:48 to go in the half. Ball at the Jonesboro 33-yard line. And it's still Warner out there to the left of Cannon Jacobs. Jacobs will drop back. He fires complete. He had an open receiver out there as he hits Paxton Strong. And that's going to be good for a first down. Down to the 19-yard line, so it's a 14-yard completion. And El Dorado's in the red zone. Warner. Going to be ridden down defensively by Javon Hare. That's going to be a loss of about a half a yard. It's 2nd down and about 11. As the ball's at the 20-yard line and the clock moves with 1:05 to go in the half. Jonesboro on top 14-7, but El Dorado is in the red zone. Jacobs pulls it, throws across the middle. He was looking for Josiah Moore, who was looking for a flag. And that stops play with 55 seconds to go. And it looks like they did throw the flag. It's going to be pass interference. It's going to be half the distance. So to move it down to just outside the 10, it's going to be 2nd down and about a yard. So 2nd down and a little less than a yard with 55 seconds to go in the half. Samuel back in there. He takes the handoff, cuts it inside. Is going to get the first down as he's tackled by Braden Gibson. But El Dorado moves the chains and stops the clock with 48 seconds to go. Each team with a couple of timeouts left here. Wildcats trying to get within one with a touchdown. Jacobs, short pass right side to Samuel. Samuel bounces off one tackle, and he is down inside the 5. Seeing that strength from Jeremy Samuel on display. And it's 2nd and goal for El Dorado. Samuel grabbed in the backfield. The first man there for Jonesboro was Marquise Stafford, and he just hung on to an ankle long enough to get some help. Tackle for a loss, and El Dorado grabs a timeout with 13 seconds to go. They have one timeout remaining. The Wildcats will face 3rd and goal after they talk it over here. While they are in the timeout, we'll keep it here, but we'll pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Golden Hurricane Football on the EAB Sports Network.
This is KNEA, K237FI, 95.3, and K245CW, 96.9 Jonesboro, the Ticket Radio Network, and EAB Media Group radio station.
Brad Bobo with you tonight in for Bud Schropel as Jonesboro leads it 14-7 with 13 seconds to go in the first half. El Dorado is out of a timeout, going to face a 3rd and goal from about the 6-yard line after a good defensive play on 2nd down by Marquise Stafford and crew. So here we go out of the timeout. 3rd and goal. Samuel in the backfield, the motion man. They ran off and left Jacobs, and he had nowhere to go. The play was kind of busted, and there were 3 black jerseys there to swarm Cannon Jacobs, and now El Dorado did not get its last time out called, and that's how the first half is going to come to a close. So a big defensive stand for Jonesboro after El Dorado had 1st and goal. And the busted play ends up being the final play of the half and sends the Golden Hurricane into the locker room with a 14-7 lead. So what a big defensive play. In fact, back-to-back defensive plays to close out the half for Jonesboro. But that last one was a big one, and El Dorado couldn't get the clock stopped. And Jonesboro leads it 14-7 at the intermission. We'll step aside for 3 minutes and come back with our halftime show brought to you by the Kavanaugh Auto Group right after this. 14-7, Jonesboro on top. This is JHS Football on the EAB Sports Network.
Get huge savings now at every Kavanaugh dealership. Kavanaugh has a great selection of late model, low mileage, certified pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. And most are still under factory warranty. We have every make and every model, so you're sure to find the vehicle you want. And when you buy at Kavanaugh, every new and used purchase comes with 1 year of free maintenance. Plus, we buy cars. Bring a vehicle? Get a check. Come see us today at one of our dealerships or go to KavanaughCars.com.
Demo's Smokehouse Barbecue on Johnson at Hilltop and on Main Street across from Jonesboro High School. Now, I'm from Memphis and I know barbecue, but there are people from Memphis that travel to Jonesboro to sample, taste, and enjoy Demo's Barbecue. No kidding, they come from Memphis, so no need to go anywhere else. Right here, the best barbecue is at Demo's. Any of the ribs, any of the plates, you can enjoy it all at Demo's Smokehouse Barbecue. My mouth is watering.
Pico Food says good luck to all the players, coaches, cheerleaders, and marching bands taking the field tonight. Under the lights, it's not about who's in your path, it's about who's in your huddle. And Pico Foods is a proud teammate and supporter of local communities and the state's agricultural producers. Learn more about how Pico Foods buys direct to support local producers. In Arkansas and Missouri, call David Durham or James Chester, 870-202-7101. In Alabama and Mississippi, call Andrew Parker or John Taylor Hickman at 601-670-9383.
Whether you're replacing an old appliance or remodeling your whole kitchen, the appliances you need are right around the corner with GE Appliances at Tucker's Appliance Superstore in Jonesboro. Shop timeless designs and time-saving features on the appliances that are built to last in the busiest homes. Visit Tucker's Appliance today and upgrade your home your way with GE Appliances and your local experts. Shop Tucker's Appliance today and save.
Tucker's Appliance. Looking for a bank that puts community first? Look no further than First Community Bank. With our friendly service, convenient locations, and a wide range of financial products and services, we're here to meet all your banking needs. Whether you're saving for the future, buying a home, or starting a business, we're committed to helping you achieve your financial goals. Come experience the First Community Bank difference today. First Community Bank, where community comes first. Member FDIC.
Jonesboro and Northeast Arkansas are right on the verge with overwhelming sales, and you'll find them at your Central dealerships, overtaking Memphis and Little Rock. The Central dealerships are leading the way. Central Chevy, Central Buick, Central Toyota, Central Ford, and Central Nissan. Central dealerships are your home of meet or beat pricing, so don't waste your time. Stop into any of the 5 Central dealerships for the best deals of the month, and online at centralcts.com.
Back at Cooksey Johns Field, halftime with Jonesboro on top of El Dorado 14-7. As we welcome you to our Cavanaugh Auto Group halftime show, brought to you by the Cavanaugh Auto Group. Check out their entire selection of new and pre-owned inventory online at CavanaughCars.com. Brad Bobo in tonight for Bud Schropel, and we've got a couple of guests with us here at our NEA Baptist broadcast position at the half. I mean, honestly, kind of a humble brag, because I've done something very few people have done this year, and that's I've caught Lauren Thompson and Hudson Copeland, a couple of Jonesboro distance runners, cross-country stars. Nobody catches you two, yet I've got you both at the same time. Thank you for stopping by.
Thank you.
So we'll start with you, Hudson, a junior, right?
Yes, sir.
So can you tell me about the path to cross-country here? Right? I mean, right, to go out and just run a long way is not something a lot of people want to do. How'd that become your thing?
Back in 6th grade, I got put in it by my parents, and I did it with my friends. And I continued to love it because of the way that I was good at it, and I like to compete with others. And since then, I continue to get better and better.
All right, so, Lauren, for you, sophomore, but kind of sort of a known quantity already. You had a huge freshman year, so kind of the same thing of how did this become your deal?
I'm going to say it started in 7th grade probably. I joined cross country just for the fun of it, but then I really found my love for it, and it's all I do now. So
again, you have mostly adults, or you got certainly an old guy like me listening, and you say you got into cross country for the fun of it.
Yeah.
You understand not a lot of people are going to think that's the most fun thing there is going, right? So, like, what about your makeup? Like, what makes that fun?
Honestly, just being with a team and just getting better and better and improving is a lot of fun for all of us, for everybody.
So each of you have had big seasons. We're going to talk about kind of the season's not over, but I'm going to flip the script, and I'll start with you, Lauren. You tell me. I mean, you compete, or you see Hudson compete all the time. So tell the folks listening what makes him so successful as a runner. You can't say he's fast. There's got to be more to it than that.
Well, Hudson's very talented. You know, he never looks like he's in pain. He always looks like he's having a good time. And, you know, he just has that determination. He's just a good athlete.
All right, Hudson, same thing. What made Lauren kind of so good at this so quick at the high school level?
Lauren's confident. She knows she trusts in her training. She knows she can do good, and she understands what she is supposed to do out there, and she goes and does it. She doesn't overthink it.
So let me see if I can get some of this stuff right. And if I mess it up, you guys can straighten me out. For Hudson, you won the Arvest Bank race earlier this year.
Yes, sir.
Right? Finished 4th in your conference meet.
Yes, sir.
You were an all-conference pick out of the 6A Central. And the state race is coming up.
Yes, sir.
And where is that?
It's in Hot Springs at Oaklawn.
In the infield, right?
Yes, sir.
Have you run that course?
Yes, sir.
What's it like to run in the middle of a horse track?
You know, it's actually pretty cool. I like it a lot. It's a great course. It's fast, and you got great competition down there.
Lauren, let's see if we can get this straight for you guys. You won the Harding Bison meet, the Arvest Bank race, the Frank Horton race. You were the Mike Split Arkansas Female Runner of the Week last week. All conference, individual runner-up at the conference meet. You've got the state meet coming up too. Did we skip anything?
Nope, that sounds like about it.
So, I mean, you each have obviously more of this season to go, but plus for you another season, for you another 2. What's the goal? Okay, obviously it's to win, but like You could say, if I go to the state meet, Hudson, and do what, I'm going to consider it a successful race.
Top 10 and qualify for the All-Stars race in Oklahoma the next week.
Okay, what about you, Lauren?
My goal is probably to get top 5 and maybe break my personal record, hopefully.
Now, again, got a little ways to go and a lot of winning to do still for JHS still, but is this something you guys want to do past this, go run at the collegiate level?
Yes, sir.
Both of you?
Yes.
I'd like to see that happen. Well, listen, congratulations on phenomenal years to this point, and good luck running for JHS at the state meet and accomplishing all those goals plus some. Appreciate you stopping by.
Thanks for having us.
There's Lauren Thompson and Hudson Copeland with us here at our NEA Baptist broadcast position. Off, or not even off, because they're still in the midst of fantastic cross-country seasons for JHS. They're our guest here on the Cavanaugh Auto Group halftime show. Jonesboro leads El Dorado 14-7. We'll take a look at some numbers after a 3-minute timeout. This is Golden Hurricane Football on the EAB Sports Network.
Of Alexander's Machine Shop, Jimmy, Kim, Jordan, and Zachary Alexander, along with Tim, Ashley, Max, Emma, and
Good evening, Hurricane Nation. Here at halftime entertainment, we proudly present the Jonesboro Band. The band is in Graham Hardison, Trenton Warner, Ben Watt, Caitlin Roll, Seth Jensen, and State intern Christian McNeese. Our drum majors are Toby Schimmel and Glenn Mason. Tonight's performance is entitled Categories, featuring music from Blue Skies, Into the Storm, Firebird Suite, and Stormworks. Also, soloists are Alan Dorado on clarinet and Celine Stanley on horn. And students performing with our hat on this evening are senior members of the Jonesboro Band. Drum major Shelby Mason. Is your band ready? We hope you enjoy Categories.
Our scars tell a story of the storms we have weathered, but our hearts always bring us back to blue skies.
Blue skies smiling at me, nothing but blue skies do I see. Bluebird singing a song, nothing but bluebird all day long.
eye of the storm, we learn to appreciate the calm that follows. Hurricanes force us to let go of what no longer serves us, making room for new beginnings. Storms have a way of revealing the true strength of the human spirit to survive. Again, bringing with it a new day and blue skies.
into a better version of yourself, shaped into a force that others can't imagine. We are part of something bigger, a force that never quits. You can transform your life. Check us out at Navy.com. America's Navy, forged by the sea.
Go outside and play with Jonesboro Cycle and ATV. Jonesboro Cycle is your go-to for all your power sports needs, whether it be off-road, on-road, or on the wall. Check out their inventory of four-wheelers, side-by-sides, motorcycles, dirt bikes, cruisers, go-karts, scooters, personal watercrafts, boats, and even boat motors. Jonesboro Cycle is a 185,000 square foot motorsports mecca featuring all the name brands under one roof. Jonesboro Cycle and ATV on U.S. Highway 63 North in Bono and JonesboroCycle.com.
Well, we're just about set for the start of the second half. Great performance by the Jonesboro High School Marching Band, and actually ended up tacking some more time onto the halftime clock here. The band performance was going to go right up until the original 0 mark, so band clearing off the field. They tack on a couple of minutes to let the teams warm up, so we'll be a couple of extra minutes away from the start of this third quarter with Jonesboro on top by the score of 14-7. And again, the Golden Hurricane will get the football as JHS won the opening coin toss and deferred. So we'll see if the offense can come out and add to the lead. It'd be a big possession if they could. Again, El Dorado certainly appeared primed to tie this game or at least get points. But an odd turn of events there in the final 13 seconds of the half turned the Wildcats away, and now Jonesboro will get the football coming up, working with that one-score lead with the third quarter coming your way. And Brad Bobo with you for tonight. Bud Schropel will be back with you next week as Jonesboro goes on the road to take on West Memphis and close out the regular season. A lot of history with Jonesboro and West Memphis. In fact, I don't know. Obviously people know a lot more about Jonesboro than I do, but you really go back over, and of course a lot of this celebration of the 100 years of the Jonesboro Hurricane. There's a lot of history with 3 different rivals in different eras, if that's what you want to call it. You go back far enough, now some 75, 80 years, Jonesboro and Paragould were big rivals, and that game played on Thanksgiving Day. Of course, that predated even the existence of a Greene County Tech high school, so Jonesboro and Paragould were rivals. And again, everybody got dressed up on Thanksgiving Day and watched those two teams do battle. And you go through an era where Jonesboro and Blytheville were the same size school and conference rivals for a good long while. But most recently, you would think that was West Memphis, and Blue Devils and Jonesboro have done battle a lot of times, and they'll renew acquaintances on the final night of the regular season. Next week at West Memphis, Bud Schropel back on the call with you for that one. 6:30 the pregame next Friday night, 7 o'clock here on the Ticket Radio Network and at YouTube at JHS The Warning. All right, so both teams back out there. We're just about set for the start of the second half. Let's step aside for a final quick 30 seconds here on the Ticket Radio Network.
Top-notch farming and lawn gear? Visit First Choice Farm and Lawn, your Kubota dealer in Brooklyn. We get your need for reliable equipment. That's why we offer precision Kubota machinery for any task. From seasoned farmers to green-thumbed homeowners, we are working to keep you working. Find your Kubota match at First Choice Farm and Lawn on Highway 49 in Brooklyn. Achieve your goals faster with our Kubota inventory and top-notch service. Call 870-790-2301 or drop by today. Your trusted Kubota dealer, First Choice Farm and Lawn.
All right, let's get this third quarter going. What do you say? As lengthy halftime is in the books, and it's time to play a little football here to see who can pick up that key third conference win in 6A East play. Jonesboro will be moving left to right as we sit here in the home press box right at midfield. The Bud Schropel broadcast booth is in a prime location. I mean, look, I know it's officially the NEA Baptist broadcast position, and rightfully so, but I mean, I think anybody knows that this space I'm occupying tonight is the Bud Schropel broadcast booth. C.J. Williams is back deep for Jonesboro. Lone deep man. He's on the left hash at about the 15-yard line as one kick and let her rip foot of Cooper Henry will get this third quarter underway. And this time he's going back to a more conventional. He'll take his full runway here, and that means now the return man Williams is going to shift a little bit more to the center of the field and going to be joined back there by Kellen Smith. The kick is a line drive, and it is going to go into the end zone for a touchback. So Jonesboro will get it out at the 20-yard line to get the third quarter underway. Asa Myers went 8 of 12 passing in that first half. Also had a rushing touchdown. The big play was the 45-yard hookup with Kellen Smith that got him down to the 1-yard line. 1st and 10 Jonesboro from its own 20-yard line as we get this third quarter underway. And we're in no big rush to. Now we'll start it. With T.J. Brown to the right of Myers. Brown's going to get the handoff, run into a crowd up to about the 23. It was up by the 24. Now they mark it at the 23. So a gain of 3 will bring up 2nd and 7 for Jonesboro on the first play of the third quarter. Again, 14-7, JHS with the lead. Myers checks the sideline. He's got Brown to his left. On 2nd down, Brown takes the handoff up the middle, breaks a couple of tackles, fumbled it, and pounced on it, but then lost it again. When he jumped on it, it got away from him again. It's been picked up now by El Dorado as A.J. Gilmore comes away with the football. So another Jonesboro turnover after a first down gain for Brown. And now all of a sudden, El Dorado is set up in the red zone, or right on the 20-yard line. Cannon Jacobs. Actually, they've got a different quarterback in there. That's Gavin Jacobs. So that is not the junior Cannon Jacobs. That was the sophomore Gavin Jacobs who's in there at quarterback. And he's got the sophomore Jeremiah Warner in the backfield with him. Jacobs pulls it from Warner on the keeper. He's going to get inside the 20 to about the 19. It's going to be 3rd and 9. So there's a lot of Jacobs on this team. We mentioned Caleb Jacobs is the wide receivers coach. He's an older brother. And, of course, Elliot Jacobs is the corners coach for El Dorado, the former Arkansas State quarterback. Here's a pass out to Warner in the flat left side. Breaks a couple of ankle tackles and is going to get spun out of bounds. But at the 11-yard line, that's a gain of 8. And it's going to bring up 4th down and less than a yard for El Dorado. Let's see what the Wildcats want to do here. They left points on the board at the end of the first half. They got 4th and less than a yard. And Gavin Jacobs is set up in the backfield to go on 4th and short. And what a play in the backfield, busting that up defensively. A huge stop for Marquise Stafford. He blew the play up. Stafford blew it up in the backfield. A monster stop on 4th and short. And again, El Dorado turned away, and it's still 14-7 Jonesboro. Stafford was in the backfield as soon as the ball was. And he makes a big-time play, 1st and 10 JHS at the 13-yard line. Myers drops back, now rolls out, throws on the run, and that ball is incomplete. He was looking for Matt Bartels. And it's busted up a couple of defenders there. It'll be 2nd down and 10 for Jonesboro. But boy, what a momentum swing on that 4th down stop by Marquise Stafford. Big-time player making a big-time play there. 2nd and 10, Jonesboro. Brown takes the handoff, cuts back to his left, dragging a couple of defenders with him up to about the 20-yard line. They mark him at the 19, so it's going to be a gain of 6. It'll be 3rd down and 4 for Jonesboro. 9:38 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Jonesboro with the ball and still that 14-7 lead. Myers and Brown in the backfield. Here's a throw short of the sticks to Myrion Taylor. And he does the rest of the work himself, dragging a couple of defenders just across the line to gain for a pickup of 5 and a Jonesboro 1st down. So a big 3rd down conversion, Golden Hurricane in a hurry. Brown tripped up in the backfield on a good open field play there by Ja'Cory Lumsey. Brown was trying to get to the corner. Lumsey turned him away for actually a loss of 1. 2nd and 11 for Jonesboro. Clock moving. 8:45 now to go in the 3rd quarter. And that's going to be a penalty as C.J. Williams jumped early out on the edge at receiver. And that's going to turn 2nd and 11 into 2nd and 16 for Jonesboro. So Golden Hurricane behind the sticks, facing a 2nd and 16 now from its own 18-yard line. Asa Myers lets it fire across the middle, and that ball's picked off. 2nd turnover for Jonesboro in the 3rd quarter, and they both have been connected or collected by A.J. Gilmore. He had the fumble recovery a minute ago, and now the interception as he jumped right in front of Taylor, the intended target, and took that one with a head of steam. And now all of a sudden, here's El Dorado set up again. This time it's 1st and goal at the 9. So can the defense stiffen up one more time? A lot of pressure on the Jonesboro defense its last 2 times on the field. Here is a handoff from Gavin Jacobs to Jeremy Samuel. He's down to the 2. It's a gain of 4. 2nd and 2, El Dorado. Samuel is into the end zone for the touchdown. It comes with 8:02 to go. Samuel from 2 yards out, and it's 14-13 with Cooper Henry coming on trying to tie this game up. Close that, just a 6-yard scoring drive for El Dorado. The snap is down, the kick is on the way, and it is good. And with 8:02 to go in the 3rd quarter, we're tied at 14. El Dorado turns the turnover into points to tie it up. We'll be back with Golden Hurricane football after a 30-second timeout on the EAB Sports Network.
If you work in Mississippi County, you could get up to $50,000 towards a new home thanks to the Work Here, Live Here program. Call Real Estate Nate of Halsey Thrasher Harpole Real Estate Group, 870-261-3927. And Dana Austin of Fairway Finance. Call 870-762-0930. Fairway NMLS number 2289. Dana Austin NMLS number 144846. This is not an offer to enter into an agreement. Not all customers will qualify. Subject to underwriting approval, other terms and conditions may apply. Equal housing opportunity.
Well, Jonesboro played with fire and finally got burned there. The Golden Hurricane has had 2 possessions in the first 4 minutes of the third quarter and have turned it over both times. Got away with the first time after a 4th down stop, but not the second, as the interception was turned into points for El Dorado. We're tied at 14. Short kick hits the ground. There to pounce on it at the last moment for Jonesboro was C.J. Williams. And the Golden Hurricane is going to set up 1st and 10 at its own 26-yard line. So let's see if Jonesboro can get the offense moving and, more importantly for Tyler George's bunch, hang on to the football. We had a fumble and an interception here in 2 possessions. Again, we've played 3 minutes and 58 seconds in the third quarter. Here's Brown up the gut. He's across the 30. Now knocked forward to the 31. That's going to be a gain of 5. 2nd and 5 for Jonesboro. Clock moving, 7:45 to go here in the third quarter. Taylor in motion. The handoff goes to Brown. He was trying to set up and run right behind Marion Taylor, his big tight end, but El Dorado's there defensively to stop him at the line of scrimmage. And it's going to be 3rd and 5 for JHS with 7:15 to go in the third quarter. Again, we're now tied at 14. Third down and 5 for Jonesboro. Myers checks to the sideline for the play. He's got 1 receiver to his left, 3 out to his right. Takes the snap, looking left. Fires it to Brown out of the backfield. He was reaching for the sticks, and he's going to be marked short. A gain of 3. It's going to be 4th and 2, and Jonesboro, who has gambled a couple of times tonight, will not here as the Golden Hurricane sends Marco Cisneros and the punt unit out.
Marco Cisneros on punt formation to the Hurricane.
And the man who's been in the middle of the action in this third quarter, A.J. Gilmore, who's got a fumble recovery and a pick since halftime, is back deep to receive. He's standing at his own 36-yard line. Cisneros rolls to his right, pops it up, and it's going to take a Jonesboro roll, and a good one, all the way inside the 20, down to the 17-yard line.
That'll be down at the 18-yard line where El Dorado will take over first down.
Make it to 18. So that's a good punt, good roll for Cisneros. No return there, and he does a pretty good job of reversing the field with 6:33 to go in the third quarter. And it's the first time in 3 possessions of the third quarter that El Dorado has not started in the red zone. Now the line of scrimmage is the Wildcat 18. And it is the sophomore Gavin Jacobs out there at quarterback. A little flex bone action there. They handled it to the second man through. That was Samuel, but Jonesboro was there defensively. After a gain of about 1, it's a short one. 2nd and 9 for El Dorado as we approach the midway point here in the third quarter. And now the official blows the play dead. They need an official's timeout. Jonesboro's going to be able to sub here, and they're going to send Will Marlin onto the field. Second and 9 for El Dorado. Gavin Jacobs playing quarterback. Well, he wasn't ready for the snap. He got it anyway, and he's just got to catch it, turn, and run. And he took a big lick but stayed on his feet. And now is going to get wrestled out of bounds by Jamarion Lockett, but he absorbed a big hit from Marquis Stafford and stood up. So a little toughness shown there from the sophomore quarterback. And it's 3rd and 5 for El Dorado at about its own 23-yard line as we go under 6 minutes, just under 6 with the clock stopped here in the third quarter, 14 all. Jacobs hands to Samuel to his right. Samuel tries to cut it back up, but he's brought down by the ankles. Good defensive play there by K.J. Anderson. And El Dorado is going to face a 4th down after a gain of just about 2. So it's going to be 4th and 3. And you would think Chris Hill, with the momentum here, is going to want to boot this football away, and he does send the punt team out with Cooper Henry to kick it away. Jonesboro sends Junior Smith and Nigel Bell back to receive the punt. They're standing at about their own 34-yard line at the moment. Henry's kick is straight up in the air and short. It's going to hit and take an El Dorado bounce. Smith will let it go, and it's going to be a good punt down at about the 24-yard line. And that's where Jonesboro will take over with 5:03 to play in the third quarter. We're even at 14. Already the 4th offensive possession of the third frame for Asa Myers and the Jonesboro offense. A couple of turnovers and a punt to show so far for Jonesboro in a slow offensive third quarter. They'll try to change it here, 1st and 10 from their own 24-yard line. Myers with Brown to his left. Takes the snap, has time. He's looking deep, has a man, and that ball is off the hands of Kellen Smith. And if he caught it, it was a house call. He had a step on the defender, but it was just off his fingertips, incomplete. It'll be 2nd and 10. Second and 10, Jonesboro from the 24. That incompletion stopped the clock with 4:56 to play here in the third quarter. Time it's the pistol formation as Brown takes the handoff, cuts it up the middle. He's across the 30, breaking tackles to the 35, spins up to about the 39-yard line. That's going to be a gain of 15 and a Jonesboro 1st down. So a 15-yard pickup for T.J. Brown, and Jonesboro has it now 1st and 10 at the 39. They put the ball back closer to 38, even though the chain was at the 39. Myers flushed out of the pocket, and that ball was nearly picked off. A dangerous throw. And Bratavion Brown all but picked it off. Jonesboro will gladly take an incompletion and live to play another down, 2nd and 10. I was interested in the spot that backed that ball up right before the snap. It's going to be 2nd down and 10, nose of the football on the Jonesboro 39. Get out of the pistol. Brown trying to get to the corner left side, and what a knifing open field tackle made by Spencer Poole. And that's for a big loss, and Jonesboro's behind the chains. It's going to be 3rd down and about 15. Good play there by the junior linebacker, Spencer Poole. 3rd and 15 for Jonesboro as we hit 4 minutes to go in the third quarter. Tied at 14. 3rd and long for the Golden Hurricane. Myers Sets up the screen. It was too tall. He was looking for Kellen Smith. The motion was left to right. He turned back to his left, trying to get the screen to Smith, but it was over his head and incomplete, and Jonesboro will have to boot it away again. So a couple of turnovers and a couple of punts for JHS here in the third quarter offensively. And the dangerous A.J. Gilmore back to receive the punt from Marco Cisneros. Cisneros rolls to his right, gets it away, end over end. It's going to bounce straight up, and Jonesboro is going to down it at about the 38. So it's a 29-yard punt. And that's where El Dorado will get it now, 1st and 10. 3:41 to go, third quarter, 14 all the score here on senior night at JHS. And Gavin Jacobs back out there at quarterback for the Wildcats. We saw Cannon Jacobs the first half, but now Gavin here in the second. He's got Samuel, J.J. Samuel in the backfield with it. They give it to the end around, and that was Gilmore. And Gilmore is going to be brought down at the 40-yard line by Marquise Stafford. Stafford holds him to a gain of 2. It'll be 2nd down and 8 for El Dorado. Clock moving, 3:23 to go, third quarter. Well, Samuel's made a couple of huge defensive plays. Now Chris Hill trying to get him in on the offense. Handed it to him on the end around. Now here's Samuel to his right, trying to cut it up. Stafford's going to ride him down from behind and looks to be about a yard short. So it's a gain of 7. And El Dorado is going to face a 3rd and 1.
You'll bring up 3rd down and 1.
So 3rd and 1 for the Wildcats. Under 3 minutes, now 2:50 to go here in the third. Football on the El Dorado 47. Samuel straight up the gut, and he's not going to get it. He ran right into 3 black jerseys. Desmond Golden, Kylan Dixon there. And did they give him the first down? They gave him some progress, and boy, he looked short. Jonesboro thought he was short, but he ends up getting just enough progress, and he didn't need a lot. So they do move the chains. It's 1st and 10 El Dorado. Samuel up the middle, breaks a tackle, then trucks over a defender as he's into Jonesboro territory, down to the 45-yard line. That's a gain of 7. It'll be 2nd and 3 for El Dorado in Golden Hurricane territory. 2:10 to go in the third quarter. Again, we're tied at 14. Second and 3, El Dorado. Gavin Jacobs. Hands to J.J. Samuel. He is stacked up and got back to the line of scrimmage as Marquise Stafford and Kylan Dixon were there. No gain. It'll be 3rd down and 3. 1:45 and counting to play here in the third quarter.
3rd down and 3.
3rd down and 3, El Dorado. You get a sneaky suspicion they're in 4-down territory. Samuel in the backfield with Gavin Jacobs standing to his left. Samuels gets the handoff. He kind of sidestepped a defender in the backfield and got ahead for the first down. KJ Anderson was back there, but Samuel was able to sort of give him a little juke, got by him, and picked up the first down. Ball's at the 41-yard line where El Dorado will have it 1st and 10 with 1:14 to go here in the third quarter. Now the officials take a timeout. Jonesboro will be allowed to sub as Tyler George sends Jabari Prince onto the field for 1st and 10. Handoff to Warner to the right. He makes a couple of men miss. Now drags a defender for a couple of extra yards up to the 25. Jeremiah Warner with a gain of about 6. It'll be 2nd down and 4. Final minute of what's been a pretty quick-moving third quarter. But one El Dorado has had the momentum in. Gavin Jacobs on 2nd and 4. He's standing on his own 40 in the shotgun, or on the Jonesboro 40. Fires a pass in the flat. The receiver, Josiah Moore, spun around on the catch. Kind of had to reach back a little bit. End up basically doing a 360 and slipping for a loss. So the completion goes for negative yardage, and it's going to be 3rd down and 7 as they lost a yard, nearly 2. So 3rd down and 7 for El Dorado, and they will run that play at the start of the 4th quarter as they let the final seconds tick off the clock here. So a couple of Jonesboro turnovers led to 7 El Dorado points. Those are the only 7 points scored in the third. 12 minutes to go, and we're even at 14. We'll have the 4th quarter for you after a 60-second timeout. This is Jonesboro Golden Hurricane football on the EAB Sports Network.
Hear this. You're on the field, struggling to keep up as your opponents sprint past you. Or maybe you're on the volleyball court and your reaction time just isn't there. Don't let that be you. At Take One Performance, we specialize in sports performance training for ages 8 and up. Whether you're struggling with speed, agility, or strength, our expert coaches will help you build the mental and physical conditioning you need to dominate. Get explosive, get strong, and get prepared. Visit TakeOnePerformance.com or follow us on Facebook.
When this is the sound of a waterfall in nature, there's no cause for concern. But when it's the sound of water gushing through your living room ceiling because a pipe bursts inside the wall, there's reason to panic, unless you pick up the phone and call 1-800-SERVPRO. Only the cleanup and restoration specialists at ServPro can help make fire and water damage like it never even happened. So make the call to 1-800-SERVPRO at the first sign of water damage. Franchises are independently owned and operated.
Or call me, David Ellison, at 870-897-7888 or 870-934-0501 for your next fire or water cleanup.
Well, on the first play of the 4th quarter, El Dorado hands it to J.J. Samuel, but Jonesboro was there defensively. Very minimal gain, and El Dorado is going to face a 4th down and 5 to get the 4th quarter rolling here. Tied at 14. 4th and 5 Wildcats from the Jonesboro 36-yard line. Good play on the first play of the quarter from the Jonesboro defense. So they have another stop here to get the ball. It's going to be Jeremiah Warner in the backfield with Gavin Jacobs. And now we got a flag on the play. It's going to be illegal, or excuse me, a delay of game against El Dorado. The play clock had expired. And now they decide they're going to kick it. So they send in Cooper Henry to try to pin Jonesboro deep. In the defense for El Dorado has been great in the second half. Already forced a couple of turnovers. Got in the short field twice, turned one of them into a score. So Chris Hill's going to try to ride this defense into another chance, maybe a good field position down the line. The punt is going to hit and take an El Dorado bounce inside the 10. Going to be down at about the 8. And that's where JHS will have it with 10:59 to go here in the 4th quarter, tied at 14. Jonesboro trying to break the lid off the offense here in the second half. A fumble, an interception, and a couple of punts is what JHS mustered in the third. Now they got 92 yards to go to try to break this 14-all tie in the first possession of the 4th quarter. Asa Myers trots out there leading the offense. He'll have T.J. Brown in the backfield with it. First and 10, Golden Hurricane from its own 8-yard line. Brown, the handoff. He just leans forward across the 10 up to about the 12. It's going to be a gain of 4, 2nd and 6.
Second down, 6.
Clock moves, 10:40 to go here in the 4th. 2nd and 6, Jonesboro from the 12. 14 all the score. Myers checks with the sideline a couple of times. Brown to his left. Brown gets the handoff up the gut. Drags the defender with him. The first man to make contact with him was Marquette Montgomery. The gain is going to be about 3, and it'll be 3rd and 3 for Jonesboro. And now a Jonesboro receiver is going to move early. It's going to go against Matt Bartels, and so 3rd and 3 becomes 3rd and 8 after the penalty. A couple of times we've seen a little miscue out wide. Jonesboro's gotten a couple of false starts against wideouts tonight. So now 3rd and 8 for the Golden Hurricane. Just under 10 minutes to play in a 14-14 ball game. Myers drops back, has time. He'll let it rip. That pass is complete, but not. Actually, it was going to be incomplete, but flat out dropped. Cam Davis was there, but didn't hang on to it as he tried to turn upfield to get some extra yards. Jonesboro was trying to maybe lobby for a catch and a fumble out of bounds. They didn't get that call. It's incomplete. And so now Jonesboro's going to have to punt it away. So Marco Cisneros is out there, and he's going to have to boot it from his own end zone. And the play clock, had not been reset. You looked up, and it was at 4. Everybody was running around, but they wind the clock now back to 25, which is right. Low snap, he picks it up off the turf, and the punt's going to be short. So El Dorado is going to get fantastic field position, and then that punt took a wildcat bounce for a couple of yards, down at about the 17-yard line, and that's where El Dorado will set up shop after we pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Golden Hurricane football on the EAB Sports Network.
This is KNEA, K237FI, 95.3, and K245CW, 96.9 Jonesboro. The Ticket Radio Network, an EAB Media Group radio station.
14 apiece with 9:38 to go. But El Dorado is winning the field position game big time here in the second half. They've got it 1st and 10 at the Jonesboro 22. The snap got away from the quarterback, and then Gavin Jacobs picked it up and ran the wrong way some more. Another disastrous play. As Jacobs did not know the snap was coming, and he wasn't alone. I'd be willing to bet only the center did know the snap was coming. And it is a huge loss. All the way back to the 43-yard line. And the line to gain is the 13. So it's going to be 2nd down and almost 31 for El Dorado. And now we got a whistle and a stoppage in play. We'll see what this is about. And on top of that, another delay of game. So if you didn't have a good 2nd and 31 play called up, let's see what you got for 2nd and 36. The ball is at the 48-yard line. And El Dorado's going to get down to the 13, so about 35 full yards on 2nd down. Jacobs throws down the sideline. He was looking for Gilmore, who went in motion, kind of a modified wheel route as he was the motion man down the sideline. Out of bounds, incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down. Third down and 35 for El Dorado. Clock stop, 8:43 to go. And again, a self-inflicted wound took the Wildcats out of fantastic field position. Jacobs. Short pass is complete to A.J. Gilmore, but he's ridden down miles short of the line to gain. And again, Coach Chris Hill is going to elect to just keep playing the field position game. That time, Jonesboro stood up after getting the big loss on first down. So it's Junior Smith and Nigel Bell standing at about their own 5-yard line. The punt is going to bounce and going to get down at about the 1. Good play there by the punt coverage team for El Dorado. That was Cortland Rozier who downed it. It's going to be not at the 1, maybe up. Let's see, we put it on the 2. Either way, the field position just keeps working against Jonesboro. Actually, it is the 1. So the last possession started at about the 8. This possession is going to start at the 1 for Jonesboro. 7:53 to go in the fourth quarter. Golden Hurricanes still looking for a spark here offensively in the second half. And they're just in a bunched keeper formation trying to get some room to operate, but Myers didn't get any on first down. He stood up at the line of scrimmage, which really is closer to the 2, looking at the chains over there. So it's going to be 2nd and 10 from the Jonesboro 2-yard line. Dial-a-down on the far side sitting right on the 2. 2nd and 10 for Jonesboro. Clock moving with 7:20 to go. Myers in the shotgun is 4 yards deep in his end zone. Drops back, looking deep, and there was nobody there. Bartels was out in breaking toward the middle of the field. The pass came to the sideline, and it'll be 3rd down and 10 for the Golden Hurricane with 7:07 to play here in the fourth quarter. We're tied at 14, and Jonesboro has been working in negative territory for the entirety of this second half. And they are in a dicey spot here, 3rd and 10 at their own 2-yard line.